Hello, learners. Good day to you all. How are we doing today? My name is Mr. Victor Osilama Eshemogi, and I'll be your tutor on today's lesson. English grammar is the subject, and the topic before us is question tags. I'm sure so many of you here must have heard about question tags, probably from your previous classes up to now. Maybe you don't really get the proper definition or proper understanding of question tags. So, here I will urge you all to pay close attention to whatever I will say to you in this video, and then if you have any questions to ask, kindly go ahead and ask your questions, which will be attended to later on. Okay, so let's have a wonderful lessons ahead. So right now we are being asked the question, what are question tags? What do you understand by the term question tags? Because it's one thing is just for you to hear the word, and another thing is for you to actually know what they mean. What are question tags? Now let's move on and see what question tags tells us about. So right now we are being asked the question, what are question tags? What do you understand by the term question tags? Because it's one thing is just for you to hear the word, and another thing is for you to actually know what they mean. What are question tags? Now let's move on and see what question tags tells us about. So right now we are being asked the question, what are question tags? What do you understand by the term? Okay, over here we say question tag is known as a small question added at the end of a sentence to confirm information. I said question tag is known as a small question added at the end of a sentence to confirm an information. Now, how do we do this? Now, let's move on and see. Okay, guys, now we will be looking at how question tags work. Now, you see, the first says if the sentence is positive, the tag is negative. That is, in a sentence, you say, she is tall. Isn't she? It says if the sentence is positive, that is, the sentence there, she is tall, is a positive sentence, then the tag should be negative, which means isn't she is a negative tag. Now look at the second. If the sentence is negative, the tag is positive. So what you see here is a vice versa question tag. If one is positive, the tag has to be negative, and if the other is negative, the tag has to be positive. Now look at the example for the second um, principle. They aren't here. Are they? They aren't here is a negative tag, sorry, a negative statement, while the tag is a positive. Are they? Okay. Okay, just as we humans live to survive every day, despite everything, we still understand that we have rules that guides us, rules that guides everything. In your mathematics, you have rules. In your sciences, you have rules. Even in your English, you have rules. So all topics, everything you come across in your learning have got to do with what? Rules. Rules for you to remember in answering question tags, so that you don't mix up your words, you don't mix up your sentences, you don't miss anything out of it in question tags. If you fail to analyze a positive sentence or differentiate a positive from negative, you won't be able to place your negative question tag or your positive question tag. So now let's take a look at these few rules to remember in question tags. So here are the few rules to remember. Just as you know, in this life, everyone gets to use rules. Where everything has their own rules. Just mathematics has its own rules. English, all the topics, they have their own rules to approaching them. Now, question tags has its own rules in order for you to work with it clearly. Okay. Now, the first rule here says use helping verbs. What are those? We have is, are, do, did, has, will. and so on. Then the second rule is match the subjects in the sentences, which the third one says always end with a question mark. Over here, we'll be looking at a few examples involving question tags. Okay, which you see the table there, the sentence and the question tag. You are my friend. The question tag is aren't you? So what do you think this sentence is? Is it a positive sentence with a negative tag or a negative sentence with a positive tag? Well, it is a positive sentence with a negative tag. Now, she doesn't like fish. That means it is a negative sentence with a tag. Does she is a positive tag. So let's move to the third one. We will win the match. We will win the match is a positive statement. Now, won't we is a negative tag. Okay. He went to school. He went to school is a positive statement. Now let's go on. Didn't he is a negative tag. Okay. Okay, guys, we are gradually moving to the end of our lessons for today on English grammar, which is tagged the question tag. Okay, so there is a practice time where we'll have to practice a few questions. I'll leave that to you to attend to. Okay, so now let's take a look at the questions I have for you. All right, guys, here is the few questions you'll be working with. Fill in the tags in the sentences below. You are to fill in these tags, the positive tag or the negative tag. All you just need to do is to identify what type of sentence is this. Is it a positive sentence that determines a negative tag, or is it a negative sentence that wants or that needs a positive tag? So now let's read along 1 to 4. The first one says, "It is raining." It is raining. What sentence is this? And what tag comes for it? Then, 2. They play football. They play football. What type of sentence is this and what tag does it deserve? Is it a negative or a positive? She didn't come early. She didn't come early. Okay, so you have to determine what kind of a sentence is that and then the tag that follows as well. Number 4 and the last, we are late. We are late. What type of sentence and what tag follows it? Okay, guys, this is the end of our lessons. Okay, thank you very much, guys. I really enjoyed the time spent with you so far. If you don't really get to understand everything, but at least a little, in order for you to get it better, you can go back to the beginning and start till the end so you can get it right. Then you can ask questions on the chat box or you ask others around you to confirm everything you've seen here today. So I'm really glad to have you on board with me today. I remain Mr. Victor Oslamai Shemogi and I hope to see you in our next lesson. Have a wonderful day ahead.